Hey everybody, Smart Silver Stacker here. Today we're going to talk about two very rare collectible coins that have been found in circulation. If you've been watching the channel for a while, you know I don't usually go for the rare numismatic coins, but I do love to stack circulated silver and copper coinage. And anyone doing that should at least be keeping an eye out for these two coins, because they could be worth over $1 million. So let's talk about how you can spot these coins. First of all, I do want to say a big thank you for tuning into my video. If you enjoy watching, please do give it a big thumbs up down below. And if you'd like to see more videos about coin collecting and stacking silver, why not subscribe to the channel? So the first coin we're going to cover today is actually a penny. How could a penny be worth over $1 million? Well, it has to do with the composition of the penny and a mistake that the mint made back during World War II. If you take a penny minted today, like this one from 2017, the composition is actually mostly zinc, with just a thin layer of copper plating. This penny is going to weigh in at about 2.5 grams. But if you find a penny minted before 1982, like this wheat penny from 1951, it's actually going to be a little bit heavier than today's penny. And that's because it is 95% copper. In fact, at today's prices, these pre-1982 pennies contain almost 2 cents worth of copper. That's part of why I love coin roll hunting with pennies. I save all the pre-1982 copper, and also I get to find cool old pennies like Indian heads, wheat pennies, and even these 1943 steel pennies. The reason pennies in 1943 were made from steel is because that during World War II, copper was in short supply, and in 1943 it was being rationed for wartime industries. Now, these 1943 pennies are relatively common and they're not super valuable. But the thing is that some copper coin blanks were still at the mint in 1943, left over from 1942. And at each mint, some copper 1943 pennies were struck. Being a rare mint error coin, these copper 1943 pennies are extremely valuable to collectors. In fact, back in 2010, a 1943 copper penny in MS64 mint condition sold at auction for $1.7 million, making it the world's most valuable penny. Other examples of the 1943 copper penny have fetched between $100,000 and $250,000, like this one that was found in some pocket change by teenager Don Lutz Jr. back in 1947. He got the coin in his pocket change in the cafeteria at school, and he thought it was interesting, so he held on to it, and recently he sold it at auction for over $120,000. Now, don't get your hopes too high. The odds of finding one of these error coins is about 1 in 15 million, but if you're already doing some coin roll hunting, you might want to keep an eye out for them anyway. One thing to be wary of with 1943 copper pennies is that fakes do exist. Counterfeiters have taken some of the old 1943 steel pennies and they've applied a copper coating in some instances. But these fakes are pretty easy to spot with the use of a magnet. Just test the coin to see if it sticks to your magnet. As you can see, an old copper penny like this wheat cent will not stick to a magnet. But the 1943 steel penny sticks right away. And I've got my handy dandy neodymium super strong magnet here, which is great for testing coins. And if you guys haven't seen it, it's a pretty cool video I did where you can actually test your silver bars and copper bars with these as well. So if you find a copper 1943 cent and it doesn't stick to a magnet, you probably want to hang onto that coin and get it authenticated by a coin grader because it could be worth a pretty penny. All right, enough with the copper. Let's talk about the other $1 million coin to keep an eye out for. And this one is, you guessed it, silver. As much as I like stacking some old copper pennies, I like stacking silver even more. In case you didn't know, United States common circulating coinage like dimes, quarters, and half dollars were all minted in 90% silver at one time. The last year 90% silver coins were struck was 1964. After which the coins began to be minted in copper and nickel. An easy way to spot these old silver coins is a quick edge check of your pocket change. You can see here that the modern cupro-nickel coins have a brown band of copper on one side sandwiched between 2 layers of nickel. But the older silver coinage is silver all the way through and pretty easy to spot even just at a quick glance when you grab a stack of coins like this. So I've been edge checking all of my pocket change for years, and I've actually found some silver this way, a handful of dimes and quarters mostly, and I've also done some coin roll hunting with coins from my bank and found a few half dollars that way. Now, if you do manage to find some silver circulating out there, congratulations, that is awesome. But it is probably just a common date and worth only a few bucks, but you always want to check. And if you want to find $1 million coin, you'll want to keep an eye out for something like this, a Barber Dime. The last year these Barber Dimes were minted was 1916, but what you'll be looking for is one from the year 1894, specifically the 1894 Barber Dime from the San Francisco Mint. As the story goes, in 1894 the San Francisco Mint had an accounting shortfall of $2.40. The Mint superintendent, John Daggett, reportedly had 24 proof dimes struck to balance the books, and he gave them away as gifts to close friends and associates. He also gave 3 of them to his daughter Haley, who spent one on a dish of ice cream and kept the other 2. Out of the original 24 1894 Barber Dimes, only 9 are currently accounted for, and they typically fetch more than $1 million each whenever they happen to go to auction. Back in 1957, an 1894 was found in the junk coin box at Gimbel's department store and purchased for $2.40. How's that for a return on your investment? Not too shabby. And while the chances of finding a circulating 1894 today are extremely slim, if you're stacking junk silver like I do, you might want to take a quick look at any Barber Dimes that come your way. After all, you don't want to miss out on $1 million payday. So that's it, everybody. A couple of $1 million coins you should keep an eye out for, whether you're coin roll hunting, stacking silver and copper, or just checking your pocket change. So, do you edge check all of your coins? What about pennies? Do you save the copper ones? What's the rarest coin you've ever found in circulation? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to see more videos about coins, silver stacking, and even some copper stacking, then check out these videos right here. Thanks for watching, everyone. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch you next time. Smart Silver Stacker, out.